Man United about to get busy once again on the transfer market. According to some sources, we'll be revealing to you what kind of business United intend to do this week. What kind of business United intend to do this week. I'll be bringing you a lot more updates on that. There is an update on the Old Trafford redevelopment, as well as some team news from the team's camp in Los Angeles. Some injured players, what are the updates? I'm bringing them all here to you on United today. My name is Kwame. This is United and Everything Football. Let me make a quick turnaround. When I come back, I'll break down to you exactly what is happening around the team in terms of the transfers, in terms of team updates, and what the latest is on Old Trafford. We'll be right back after this. Alright, so if this is your first time watching this channel, remember to hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell. We bring you nothing but the best. We bring you the podcast, we bring you updates, we bring you Did You Know sessions about Man United. So remember, if this is your first time, please remember, hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell. Let's grow this community together. We have a lot more way to go. Let's do it together. Let's build. This week we've got a lot in store for you. We've got a lot of United today. We've got a lot of podcasts to bring you. And it looks as if it's going to be a very busy week for Man United. So what is there to share with you here? First, I would give you a quick update on team news. So we played against Arsenal over the weekend. We lost that game by 2-1. Technically, we won the game. Technically, we won the game because Arsenal's first goal was an offside. Yes, it was an offside. So the game technically to me ended 1-1. And then we went on penalties and we beat them. Do you agree or not? Well, that's what I think. But on paper, we lost the game. We lost the game by 2-1. The first set, I'm sure you saw some great stuff on the team. The way we played in various spells. We played some very good stuff. Some of the players looking very sharp, from Mason Mount to Casemiro to Toby Coylia. And I can't praise this young chap, Harry Amas, enough. He showed glimpses of what to expect of him. Technically very sound. It's just left with a few things for him to work on. His physique is, growing physically to be able to rub shoulders with the players, especially playing the Premier League, where it's very aggressive and can be very physical. So Harry Amas impressed, played very, very well in that game. Rasmus Højlund getting the opening goal, and then later had to exit quickly for Hannibal Mejbri to come in. It was reported that it was a slight hamstring injury for Rasmus Højlund. Now, as you see from this video that I'm showing you right now, Højlund was videoed back with the team on the training grounds the following day, right after the game. So it looks as if whatever he's experienced wasn't anything that serious. At least he's back on from the videos that we also saw right after the game. He was walking off very, very well. It wasn't as if he was down and had to be stretched off. So the injury situations are quite a worry. I'm sure when this situation came up, a lot of you had your hands in your head, not saying not again, because that was exactly my reaction to that particular situation. But as you've seen from this video, Rasmus Højlund is back. Not seen on grass, but he was amongst the players making their way to train. We are hoping that a lot more updates will come. Lenny Yoro has also sprained an ankle, that's the initial diagnosis that is coming, a sprained ankle. But we are still also waiting for some more updates on Lenny Yoro to see what really happens to him with regards to the injury that he picked up. It was quite a big blow. A lot of people are questioning what's really happening at Man United. This player had played for a long time. For about 2 years at Lille, and had gone out injured once, and he didn't even spend 4 days. But he comes to United, and the first 2 games that he played, he has an ankle injury. What is really happening? Manchester United, what is really happening? We need to get rid of whatever the situation is. So that's it. So aside these players, Victor Lindelof, who was also sidelined for the game, has returned on grass and is back full training with the team. And he's not played any of the preseason games. Well, the theory is that's because we are intending to sell him. We are not risking him or playing him so that he picks up an injury, and it therefore jeopardizes any transfer business that we intend to do for him. So that's the situation. But the news is that he is back. The club media has reported that Victor Lindelof is back training with the team. So that's it. by way of some updates. Let's move quickly to the transfer. So what is really happening? Over the weekend, there was a whirlwind of news with regards to Mazraoui. Mazraoui played for Erik ten Hag at Ajax, currently playing at Bayern Munich. Last week, I revealed to you that Mazraoui has emerged as one of the players that United are looking to replace Aaron Wan Bissaka. It was reported at the tail end of last week that he had agreed a deal with West Ham United. Bayern had agreed a deal with West Ham United for the transfer of Mazraoui. However, as we moved into the weekend, Florian Plettenberg in Germany reported that the deal to see Mazraoui come to Bayern Munich, come to West Ham United had collapsed, and that United had entered the race strongly. Over the weekend, that's on Sunday, it has been reported that United have agreed a deal with Bayern Munich for Mazraoui. And United has in turn also agreed a deal to sell Aaron Wan Bissaka to West Ham United. Now, what is missing at the moment is that signature for Aaron Wan Bissaka, or the agreement between Aaron Wan Bissaka and West Ham United. I reported last week that Aaron Wan Bissaka was not ready to move to West Ham, but it looks as if new contacts have been made and the player is some way, somehow tilting towards accepting the offer for West Ham United. It's not confirmed yet, but it looks as if in the course of the week, we might have Aaron Wan Bissaka moving to West Ham United and Mazraoui moving to Manchester United. A lot of fans have expressed concerns about Mazraoui, his injury situation, and what he intends to offer, and whether he's better than Aaron Wan Bissaka or not. Well, we would see how things go with that particular situation. Still on the defensive reinforcement, Lindelof is injured, and it has thrown into focus why it is important for us to still be in the market for a central defender. I've been of the opinion that United need three new central defenders. 2 is not enough. 3. We need 3 actually. And if nothing has made it more clearer, we've seen it from Lindelof's injury. The player comes in and is injured. And majority of the issues we had last season was from our defense. So how do we solve that? We need 2 more extra defenders to add up to Lindelof. That's my opinion. But the news is that before United can do a deal, we need to get players out of the club. Lindelof has to be sold. It's been agreed within the club that Harry Maguire is not leaving. I'm sure a lot of you are not in agreement with that, but that's what has happened. So Harry Maguire will still be around in the club, and that's how things stand at the moment. But we need to sign, and the De Ligt deal is hinging on United agreeing a deal with Bayern Munich. But first, a player has to move. A player has to move. That's what has to happen before this deal can happen. So that is where we stand right now. So the De Ligt deal is still there. The player is waiting. Fabrizio Romano is reporting that the agent of the player, Rafaela Pimenta, who is also the agent of Mazraoui, the agreement with the agent and the players are already in place. All that is missing is United having an agreement with Bayern Munich for these 2 players, and then they will come in to help. So that's it. United are still in the market for a left-sided centre-back, also to come in, because it looks as if a lot more of our situations from the defense isn't resolved yet. Even the Victor Lindelof, who is yet to be sold, isn't staying fit, and Lindelof is also injured. Given Lisandro Martinez's issues too, we just have to do things better. So we'll see how things go with regards to that. Now in midfield, the Manuel Ugarte deal is also there. Player and the club has agreed agreed personal terms, but the fee with PSG hasn't been agreed as well. But United, according to Samuel Lekest of the Manchester Evening News, has some players that they've lined up and to cover up should in case the Ugarte deal doesn't happen. One of them is Amrabat, our very own Amrabat, the famous one that you already know. He has been lined up as a backup option once again. And it is not seen as a very difficult deal because the player wants to come to United. All United would need to do is go back to Fiorentina and renegotiate the deal and see if that would happen. Other names are on include Manuel, Adrien Rabiot, or Martin Zubimendi, according to Samuel Lekes. So these are some of the names in midfield that we are looking at. So we'd see how this particular issue goes. Now, let me end this update with what is going to happen at Old Trafford. So United commissioned a 5-man committee to look into whether the feasibility of either building a new stadium or revamping Old Trafford. Now, initial reports coming out, according to The Athletic and other credible media sources, indicate that United are aiming to build a 100,000-seater stadium should the club be pressed with the plans to move on to the new Old Trafford. Now, this 6-figure capacity is seen as a realistic number designed to future-proof the ground, and given the high demand for ticket prices, or tickets, not ticket prices, but high demand for tickets, because a lot of people, United can play a very bad season, and the next thing you know, there is a high demand for tickets for the next season. What a club. It's a monster club, you know. So the plan is to build a new stadium. That is where things stand at the moment. Refurbishing the old stadium is going to cost around 1.2 billion, between 1.1 billion and 1.2 billion. And building a new stadium is going to cost 2 billion. So as things stand, a decision hasn't been made yet, but the committee's idea is moving towards building a new stadium. That is where things stand at the moment. Renovating it is not looking likely. Building a new stadium. And now they are looking at other ways, some private-public partnerships in raising funds in order to get these things to happen. It's going to potentially happen over a span of 6 years for it to be completed. So what will happen is that United will still be at Old Trafford while this new construction is ongoing at the adjacent land, which is for United, which is close to the stadium. And that is how things are going to be. So things are moving in that direction. Final decision hasn't been made yet. I want you to note that a final decision hasn't been made yet, but it has to be made in consultation with the supporters as well. So all of these things haven't ended yet. So that's where things stand with regards to Old Trafford. So that's how I bring today's skeleton of United today. I hope you enjoyed the updates. There's a lot more to come. This week we'll be bringing you the podcast and also a lot more United today, a lot more daily updates with regards to things happening around the club. Thank you very much for being a part of us. Remember to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification, but please remember to leave a comment, like the videos as well. Your like does a lot for this channel. Please, if you love the channel, you want us to grow, please remember to like the channel as well. My name is Kwame. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great time. Bye.